I'm 39 years old, and there are parts of my life I still introduce, slowly, even to myself. I won't say my name, I won't show my face, not because I'm hiding, but because this story isn't about who I am now. It's about who I was when no one was watching closely enough. I thought time would make this easier to say. I was wrong. People hear the words Epstein Island and think they already know the story. They don't. Most of what happened there lived in ordinary moments, moments that didn't look dangerous until they were. I'm sitting alone while I say this. A chair, a glass of water. My hands keep folding into each other. I don't even notice when they do it anymore. You probably think stories like this begin with something dramatic. They don't. They begin with need. In 1999, I was 13 years old living in Florida. I was still in school. My father had already passed away. My mother was disabled. That meant a lot of things. Mostly it meant I learned early not to ask for too much. We didn't have money, not the kind that gives you choices. A friend told me about massage work. She said it like it was normal, like babysitting. She said there was a place where girls could earn real money. You probably think I hesitated. I didn't. When you're that young, and the adults in your life are already struggling, you stop asking whether something feels right. You just ask whether it pays. The first room I worked in was small, white walls, a folded towel, an air conditioner that never fully shut off. At first I did receive money. That matters. It made everything feel temporary, controlled, like I could leave whenever I wanted. This is the part people don't warn you about. Nothing bad starts by calling itself bad. Then someone mentioned a trip. An island. You know the name now. Back then I didn't. Epstein Island didn't feel real to me. It felt like something adults decided, and I was expected to follow. There was a woman there. She managed everything. She spoke softly. She remembered names. She decided where people stood, where they went, when things started and stopped. Her name was Ghislaine Maxwell. At 13, I only knew she was the one everyone listened to. You probably think power announces itself. It doesn't. It organizes. I remember the dock, the heat, the way the sun reflected off the water so brightly it hurt my eyes. After that, things become harder to explain, not because nothing happened, because words still don't fit. What happened to me there was sexual violence. I won't describe it. Not to protect anyone else, but because my body remembers it better than language ever could. I remember staring at the ceiling. I remember counting my breaths. I remember thinking, if I stay very still, this will end sooner. No one explained anything afterward. They didn't need to. Silence was part of how it worked. When I went home, my room looked exactly the same posters, same school books. That was worse than anything. Everything was pretending nothing had changed. You probably think something like that breaks you all at once. It doesn't. It teaches you how to split. I went back to school. I laughed when I was supposed to. I learned how to be present without being there. This is another thing no one tells you. You can survive something and still lose yourself. In my 20s, I told myself it was over, that it belonged to another version of me. I worked. I dated. I stayed busy. Busy is very good at hiding things. I didn't notice it when it started. That matters. I avoided certain smells without knowing why. I avoided water even more. There's a backpack I still own from that year. The zipper is broken. I've never fixed it. You probably think memory fades. I thought it would. It doesn't fade. It waits. This is the midpoint. This is where the belief breaks. I believed silence was protecting me. It wasn't. It was protecting everyone else. At 30, my life slowed just enough for the past to catch up. I'd wake up already tired. Not in my body. somewhere deeper. I'd hear a calm voice and feel 13 again. I'd smell sunscreen and lose my breath. There's an old phone in a drawer with voicemails I never saved. I didn't know how to explain why I couldn't talk. What I regret isn't what happened. That wasn't a choice. I regret how long I believed I had to carry it alone. The friendships I let fade. The relationships that never felt safe because my body never learned what safe meant. There's an unfinished sentence in my head that never rests. It starts with "when I was younger," and it never ends. People ask why now? Why speak about the Epstein files? Why say anything at all? Time is why. At 39, time doesn't feel generous anymore. It feels exact. Some truths don't heal you. They just stop haunting you once they're allowed to exist. I'm not sharing this for attention. I'm sharing it because pretending costs more than remembering. I won't show you my face. But this happened. And it happened to children. If you're listening to this and carrying something you've never said out loud, I won't tell you what to do. I'm still finding words myself. I'll be here again if you are.